the locker room after this one? I mean, what was just sort of the mood overall, I guess, after a game where it's cold and nasty, it's back and forth, it's ugly, and then you guys are able to pull it out again?
Yeah, it's emotional, those guys put so much work into this program and into us. So people don't realize how many hours that we put in. So, to see them on their last game, it's emotional. It really is.
Offensively, it was a grind at times today. Where do you feel like things need to be better, I guess, or where was the sort of the slowdown?
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't seem to finish drives. I'm not sure how many first downs we had, but it seemed like we were moving the ball okay, had decent yardage. Not good enough, but decent. We just couldn't finish drives. Felt like we had to drive down the field a lot, and it's tough, but you got to do it if you want to be a good team.
Like on those last couple drives, you missed a couple guys that might have been wide open. Jalen Naylor and the fielding Darryl Stewart. And right after I think you missed Darryl Stewart, you had the big scramble. He wasn't scrambling.
Yeah, no, I mean, every pass is big, especially when you get a guy that's that's running wide open. You got to hit him. Bottom line is I need to play better. I'm glad we were able to sneak out with the win, but I missed a few throws. Got one batted down that should have been a touchdown probably. But overall, just need to play better.
What did it mean to get Matt Sokol, a touchdown on his senior day?
Yeah, it meant a lot because he's actually gotten two touchdowns taken away because of penalties. So, when I saw him in there on that play, I was like, oh, God, I hope he's open. So I won't throw it to him. And, he made a good catch, ran a good route. So I was really excited for him, and he was excited for himself, too. So, I mean, it was a good bonding over the offense over that play.
When the offense is struggling like that, how do you guys keep the momentum and keep the, mental state and go in the right direction and get that last drive?
Yeah.
The ground on the side.
We know that we're close. I mean, we've been close these last 4 or 5 weeks. We've really been just trying to put everything together. It just doesn't seem to come together for us. So I mean, it's easy. We're moving the ball today. We had some guys make some plays in big time situations. So, it's pretty easy to keep us involved and keep us energized. So, just one day it's gonna click.
Seeing Cody score that touchdown, what's that feeling when you flip it and you see him go?
Relief. It was a relief. After a grind, especially in the second half, really struggled. It was awesome seeing him get in that end zone, and I just went down to my hands and knees. I was like, oh God, thank God, because we needed this win, and so.
Do you feel like that experience that you had in the last 2 games, being in there at crunch time, do you feel like that helped you out to keep you a little more calm in the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. Say what you want about Rutgers defense, but they've been playing well. They've been improved. They got the 4th best pass defense in the Big Ten. They're a much improved team. So, we knew it was going to be tough coming in here. I think people underestimate how solid their defense actually is. But those crunch time situations, you just kind of need to step up and be a ball player. And today, I really wasn't that great at stepping up in crunch time. So.
That man-to-man defense that they play. I mean, these guys are right on the receiver's hip. It's physical. Sometimes they take knock guys around, throw it to me. That's part of your progression, right? Going up against a man-to-man. You had success against some zones, but it's tough.
Yeah, for sure. Their corners are real solid. They're solid all day. They got one freshman corner who's up and coming. He's really been getting better all year, from game 1 to game 10. So, he's playing well, and then they got the other good corner too. So, they're making it tough all day. So we're trying to work a little bit of the slots, trying to get some open receivers there, and just kind of execute it averagely.
What do you want to do during the ball practice? What do you want to work on to get better?
Me personally, just keep throwing the ball. For all 3 of these games, I honestly feel like I've been fairly accurate. I've missed a few throws, but for the most part, I've been fairly accurate, been throwing to the right guys. So, just keep working that chemistry, just keep working that timing with my receivers, and it's going to click. And then pocket presence too. I need to get better at staying in the pocket, and I feel like sometimes I get rid of it too quick. Just sit in the pocket, be comfortable, and make throws on time and accurately.
Rocky, not that many redshirt freshmen are going to have this type of experience playing as much as you have. So what types of things have you learned throughout this just entire year of playing a lot of minutes?
Yeah, football is football. You know, whether you're a senior in high school or a senior in college, obviously there are major differences within the game. But you know, I'm still playing the same game that I've played growing up my whole life. So you know, learning experiences for me have just been coming through. You know, the speed of the game, the physicality of the game, a different offensive scheme that I'm running. So you know, I feel like I've more gotten more comfortable as I've went on, rather than gained knowledge, I guess, if that makes sense.
Okay. Was there one game in particular that stands out as a big learning experience?
My first start at Purdue was a good learning experience. You know, it was good to get me out there and playing and playing well. You know, and I thought Nebraska was a good learning experience too. I thought I was fairly accurate, played pretty well all game. So you know, anytime we can get out here and get some experience, you're gonna better yourself.
Thanks, Rocky.
That first game, you look back at Purdue, they played differently than a lot of the teams you've seen since, right? It was much more zone than the man.
Yeah.
How much? I mean, and so that creates this sort of buzz as you're developing about how much was the circumstances of that game helped in that debut versus what you've seen since from defenses?
Yeah. You know, everybody runs different defenses. Rutgers actually doesn't run as much man as people think. They're more a cover 4 team, but they play real tight coverage on the corners. And their corners played well all game. 2 very solid corners. So it's good to get experiences with different defenses because everybody's going to run slightly different defense. So you know, the more experience you can get, the more you'll be able to recognize those coverages faster and make better reads.
How much do you see yourself? I mean, people can see what they want in results, but you probably know internally growth from game to game where you see this I didn't recognize, this week I did this better. Where are you seeing that yourself?
Yeah, you know, Purdue game was probably my most inaccurate game. You know, a lot of people think that, it was 26-46, you know, threw the ball well. But honestly, I was probably most inaccurate that game. So I think I've calmed down. I'm very accurate at Nebraska. You know, threw the ball with confidence, made the right reads. You know, this game I was not quite as comfortable as I usually am. I need to trust my pocket more. I need to be able to sit in there. So, you know, every game I pick something up that I'm doing differently, that I'm doing better. You know, but still, like today, you just need to sit in that pocket a little bit longer, make the right reads, and you know, make better throws.
When you look at the bowl game, and it's been a struggle for you guys a little bit in the last month or so, do you view it as sort of an extension of this season, or do you look at when you have the break as sort of the beginning of something new? Like, how do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you. Obviously, it is an extension of this season, and you know, we still have our seniors with us, and we're excited that you know we get to go to a bowl game and get to play a team from a different conference, and the experience is great. But it also is like that extra month of practice where you're kind of not really working towards next season, but you're kind of still building that chemistry and thinking about, all right, you know, this is how we're going to be next season. This is how things are going to work. So it's a little bit of both. You know, I'd say mostly it's an extension of this season, but there is some elements of next season that come into bowl practice that you know we're excited about.
Thank you.
Yep.
Rocky, what did you see on that first touchdown pass to Matt last week?
Yeah. So we had pretty much a progression concept on, and I saw that they're playing you know, cover 4, and you know, as the wide receiver motioned in and ran a crossing route, the corner left him and still a little shallow. The safety was kind of playing the vertical route out of number 1, who was running a crossing route and then coming up. So, you know, Soaks did a good job of being able to split the corner and the safety and give me just enough space to put it in there for him.
Just to follow up on that, what is it kind of like watching a senior like him who has struggled this year a little bit, kind of have a couple of key moments in the game, the touchdown pass, and then the block on Cody's touchdowns? I guess how was it kind of watching that as a senior going out in this last game?
Yeah, it was very special because you know Soaks is one of the leaders on our team, extremely hard worker. You know, we're really happy to have him on our team. As a guy that motivates other people through his actions and his words. So to be able to see him, you know, catch that touchdown pass, especially, he's had 2 touchdown passes taken away from him in the last 2 years, I think. So for him to finally get that touchdown, you know, it just puts a big smile on all our faces, and you know, you love to see him succeed because he's put so much work into this process. program.
Rocky, was the touchdown to Cody, was that the same play as Felton ran against Michigan?
Yeah, it was the same play.
Okay, and when that play comes in, did you have a feeling that there would be, that would be a good play at that time, or was there any tell that this is going to hit big,
Yeah, I had a good feeling about it. It all kind of comes down to how the defense reacts to the fake to the left and how well I sell the fake for the reverse. So I knew it had a chance, and we had two pretty key blocks on the outside for it to go. So and then Cody did the rest.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Rocky.